Alright guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video. This is the first time ever I've done a live stream for a Raw review, which is straight after the show. So the show finished about 10 minutes ago. I finally worked out how to set up the live stream because YouTube has recently changed it all around. So finally, I worked out how to get it on live. Here we go. Let's get right into this. In my opinion, I think Monday Night Raw this week was actually pretty good, considering we didn't have the Beast Brock Lesnar, we didn't have John Cena, there was no Undertaker. To be honest, it was actually a pretty decent show, and WWE proved that without John Cena, they can still have one hell of a show, and it was actually pretty enjoyable in the end, and actually a pretty decent show. So I am going to run through everything which happened on Monday Night Raw this week, because that's what we're going to do. So, let me just get into I'm going on WWE.com to get the full Raw results, so I can get into this review and go through everything step by step. So, here we are. Right, full Raw results. Right. Okay, so the show kicked off, obviously, with Seth Rollins, and it was pretty much the same way Monday Night Raw started the week before. It was a promo by Seth Rollins about John Cena's broken nose. For some reason, they like to show this broken nose replay over and over and over and over and over again. For some reason, they just like showing it. It got a bit ridiculous after a while. I think last week they showed it more times than they showed it this week, but I don't know why they keep showing it. We know what happened. We know Rollins kicked him in the nose. That's all we need to know. We don't need to see it a million times. But this was the same way they kicked off Raw last week, so you could say that's a bit of a negative, the fact that Raw started the same that it did the week before. But honestly, Rollins' promos about John Cena have actually been pretty good, and I don't really have many issues with having the World Heavyweight Champion kick off Monday Night Raw. What the hell's wrong with that? I think it's absolutely fine. His promos are good. This feud is the first time I've really felt like I'm enjoying the title reign by Seth Rollins. I think this whole Cena and Rollins thing is actually really good, so I have no issues with Rollins kicking off Monday Night Raw and cutting a promo about John Cena. Now, it actually kicked into gear because I actually thought the live via satellite thing with John Cena was absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen something unique like that on Raw. Yeah, some people might think that's stupid or silly, but actually I thought it was pretty good. It was unique, it was funny, and it was a good way to build the show. What the hell's wrong with that? I know a lot of people probably didn't like that. They thought it was a bit too PG, but at the end of the day, I actually thought it was pretty funny. So who cares? It was good. We've got 3 people in here so far. 4. We've gone up to 4 now. I'm trying to sort out this sort of live stream because the live chat doesn't seem to be working. I don't think. If I can go on the... Is this a feature chat, maybe? I'm not sure. I just can't seem to get the chat working. I mean, YouTube has just changed all the live stream shit, and like, oh, it's fucking annoying. Why change something that's not broken? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, so Raw kicked off with Seth Rollins, and then we got Cesaro coming out, which was absolutely awesome. Then we got Kevin Owens come out. Then we had Randy Orton come out, and before you knew it, we had a triple threat match on Monday Night Raw to decide the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, who would face Seth Rollins in the main event. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. That was such a good way to start Monday Night Raw. Everybody had their Cesaro section signed. It was a great moment, and I had no worries with this. This was really a way to keep people engaged and make people carry on watching Monday Night Raw tonight. The fact that there wasn't any John Cena, they needed a way to mask over that and make us excited. And the fact they set up this triple threat match, I thought was absolutely awesome, and I had no worries about that whatsoever. Now, I'll talk about the triple threat match later on. We'll get into that after. But well, I need to get the Raw results because you can never find like a website which gives you the straight raw results. I mean, you just have paragraph after paragraph. Somebody talking about each match. I don't want that. I just want fucking results. It's annoying as hell. Anyway, I think I might have found it. Where are we? Okay, so the first match was Team Bad against Team Balor, and now they're called Team PCB because for some reason, Submission Sorted or something like that was apparently a porn series. So that was an absolute ass. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about this whole Divas thing, but it seems like every single week we're having the same sort of thing. I mean, there's only so much they can do with these 3 tag teams. In my opinion, it's already starting to dwindle a bit, and I'm already getting a little bit bored of it, considering this match was pretty shit. There was nothing new here. It was absolutely boring. I mean, it's cool that they're having the Divas kick off Monday Night Raw. I mean, last week we had Neville against Rollins kick off Raw, and then this week we have a crappy Divas match. But it's cool that they're giving the women the chance to kick off Monday Night Raw, but really, it did not deliver. And honestly, it was completely crap. Brie Bella's roll-up was absolutely awful. And honestly, I don't know how much more I can take of this. I mean, it's cool they're giving the Divas the chance, but it's the same thing every week where they have these tag teams take on each other every time. I mean, it's going to die out very, very quickly, and it's already died out for me. I don't know if I can carry on watching these lot for another 2 weeks until their SummerSlam match. I think the match at SummerSlam might be good. It's an elimination triple threat tag match, which sounds pretty good, but at the end of the day, we keep seeing the same thing over and over again, and this match wasn't that good, and the roll-up was terrible from Brie Bella, and at the end of the day, they're only really doing this whole feud because they want to keep Nikki Bella as the champion, and as long as they've got all these tag teams fighting for the Divas Revolution, they can keep Nikki Bella as the champion because we're forgetting that she's the champion. We're concentrating on this Divas Revolution that it's an excuse for WWE to not have Nikki defend her title. So at the end of the day, this is pretty much just a mask over the fact that Nikki Bella is going to beat AJ's reign. It's just getting really old really, really quickly. I'm getting really, really tired of this whole Divas tag team thing. I thought it was good at the start, this whole Divas Revolution thing, but they've got to start changing it up because it's just the same thing over and over and over again, like Cesaro said. So that's going to get a whopping thumbs down from me today. Also, we then moved on to Los Matadores versus The New Day. Before today, we didn't really have any idea where the tag team division was going for SummerSlam, but now we have a very good idea. I think they're now doing a fatal 4-way tag match where it's Los Matadores, The New Day, the primetime players, and the Lucha Dragons in sort of a fatal 4-way match. They really haven't made it clear, but at least we have some sort of direction, which we didn't get in the weeks before this. Now, this match was actually pretty good. I mean, the Los Matadores gimmick is completely dumb. It's absolutely shocking, but at the end of the day, they always seem to make me entertained. I actually pretty much like this match. I think this was actually one of the best matches of the night, and I mean, you could suggest that the Los Matadores kind of do the same thing every match. They don't really evolve. They sort of do the same kind of moves over and over again in every match they have, but they've actually had a few matches against the New Day and seem to impress me. I think they're actually pretty good. And this match, once again, was actually pretty good. Now, the New Day won with the whatever it's called, what is it called? The New Day finisher, the tag team finisher, where Kofi jumps off the top rope, where Big E's got the big ending. So the New Day got the win here. And yeah, I'm really liking the New Day gimmick. I hope they get the tag belts at SummerSlam because they are easily the best tag team they've had in years. And once again, they put on another entertaining match. I don't think the New Day have had a boring match since they debuted this tag team a few months ago. They are great. Big E's dance at the end was freaking fantastic. Everything about this team is fantastic. I had no problems about this match whatsoever. It was good television. Thumbs up from me. So we move on to the next match. What have we got? We have got the match between Randy Orton against Kevin Owens. Now, I actually thought this was the best match on the card easily the best match of Monday Night Raw. It was so freaking good. Now, I wanted either Kevin Owens or Cesaro to win. Everybody did. That was the obvious decision. Why would they have Randy Orton win this match? Why? This is 2015, not 2010. But for some reason, they gave Randy Orton the win, which made absolutely no sense until the end of the main event. Obviously, they feel like they need to have Randy Orton against Sheamus at the SummerSlam pay-per-view because they're trying to make up the numbers. That it sort of makes sense now, but this is 2015. We've got to start seeing some new talent. Now, I thought the fact that John Cena wasn't on Monday Night Raw tonight, that finally we'd get some new talent showing us that the future is bright. But we still have Randy Orton main eventing Monday Night Raw in 2015. I thought it'd be different tonight since Cena wasn't there. I thought they'd give some new talent some opportunity. But no, Randy Orton main evented a Monday Night Raw. But I'm not going to take anything away from this match. It was a really, really good match. A match with Orton, Cesaro, and Owens is a win-win. And it really was an entertaining match. Easily the best match on the Monday Night Raw. But come on, Randy Orton winning this match. Ugh. And Cesaro, the most over guy in the match, takes the pinfall. Now, probably Kevin Owens taking the pin here would have really damaged him. But Cesaro taking the pin in the middle of the ring when everybody's got the Cesaro section signs in the crowd, was that really necessary? I mean, Jesus, Cesaro is easily the best thing going at the moment. He's super over. Did he really need to take a pin from Randy Orton? Absolutely ridiculous. Randy Orton going over here is just absolutely retarded. I mean, Cesaro in the main event of Monday Night Raw against the World Heavyweight Champion is best for business. I mean, everybody would have believed that Cesaro... Well, everybody would... It would have been easier for me to believe that Cesaro was going to beat Rollins than for Randy Orton to beat Rollins. We all knew that Randy Orton was never going to beat Seth Rollins in the main event. But maybe if Cesaro was in the main event, I would probably have sort of believed or got into the match a bit more. And I might have believed that Cesaro was going to beat Rollins because I know WWE are high on this guy. I knew that he could possibly beat Seth Rollins. So it would have been believable that Cesaro could go on to the main event and beat Rollins. But when Randy Orton won, seriously, do they actually genuinely think that did they think that we're going to believe that Randy Orton was going to pin Rollins for the title tonight? I mean, come on. Yeah, this is 2015. You need to start giving more guys chances. Randy Orton with another WWE title match. I mean, how many has he had in his career? The match was perfect. It was really good wrestling, but the ending was just complete bullshit. I mean, the finish was cool with the 2 RKOs reversed from the pop-up powerbomb, but really, come on. The match was great, but Randy Orton winning, But it did actually make sense when we go further on when I talk about the main event. The next match we had was, what we had was an Undertaker and Brock Lesnar video package to advertise the SummerSlam main event. Generally, actually really good and actually made me pretty excited for the show. It made up for the fact that neither Brock or Undertaker were on the show tonight, but they actually went out of their way to make up for that and spent obviously a considerable amount of time making a video package to actually continue building up the match, even though neither of them were actually on the show. The video package was good. You had guys like Dean Ambrose, Bryan, Rollins, Cena, Steve Austin talking about this match and how big the streak ending was. I mean, it was a decent video package. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that before. And yeah, it built up the match. It suited a purpose and actually kind of helped make us forget that neither of them were actually on the show tonight, but still managed to build up the main event. Yeah, it served the purpose and it did a good job, even though none of them were on the show. The next bit was Dean Ambrose against Luke Harper, which was an okay match. I know both guys can put on much better matches. I am pretty excited for their match at SummerSlam. I liked the little bit outside the ring where I think Bray Wyatt went to attack Ambrose. Ambrose ducked out of the way and got hit with a Superman punch. All that was great. The finish was cool. When it came to the conclusion of the match, it was actually pretty good when Luke Harper hit his discus clothesline on Ambrose. Harper was the right guy to go over here. You obviously had to have the heels go over here. That made absolute sense. This whole booking of this match made sense to me. But yeah, I think both guys can put on much better matches. It wasn't anything outstanding, but it served the purpose, and it was, once again, a good match for a Monday Night Raw, but nothing too spectacular. We then move on to Daniel Bryan on Miz TV, which was probably the biggest thing that happened on tonight's Monday Night Raw. But at the end of the day, Daniel Bryan got a great reaction here. The crowd just continued to chant his name, but they could have used Daniel Bryan so much more tonight. I mean, he maybe talked for 2 to 3 minutes, and then Big Show came out, and then it kind of just all spilled over. I mean, we want to know when Daniel Bryan, is he ever going to come back? What's his status with his injury? When's he going to come back if he does come back? I mean, there were so many more questions they could have asked him, but the only real question they asked him was about his book. I mean, they could have done so much more here. They could have answered all the questions people want him to answer. But I mean, Big Show came out way too early in the segment, and I just turned off from then. I was like, oh, come on. But yeah, I think that it was great that they could bring back Ryback. I thought he was going to be out for much longer, but Ryback got a good reaction when he did come out, and the fact that Daniel Bryan helped to get him over by doing the yes chant was cool. But I mean, I was expecting a bit more from this Miz TV Daniel Bryan segment. It didn't really deliver. I mean, I'm sort of actually looking forward to this Intercontinental Championship match. I mean, the build, it might be like the longest build towards an IC match in ages. I mean, it's so long overdue, but actually, I'm actually looking forward to seeing who actually wins that match. I mean, I think that'll be actually a good match. I mean, the build's been going on for so long. I've kind of forced myself to actually get into it, and I think it will be a good match. I just think they could have done a lot more with Daniel Bryan here. I mean, there was a lot more important questions we wanted to know about. Oh, sweet. We've got 14 likes. Nice one, guys. Guys, continue to hit the like button. That would be absolutely great. Go on, smash it. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get comments on this thing. I mean, YouTube has just changed its live stream feature, and it's fucking bullshit. I mean, I wanted you guys to, chat through the show and do all that good stuff, but they've just changed it around like the other day. I mean, fucking hell. I wanted to have like a live chat and all that stuff. I just don't know how to do it. I mean, they've just changed it all around. But yeah, I think they could have done so much more with Daniel Bryan tonight. Okay, so we then move on to Rusev against Mark Henry, which really wasn't Rusev against Mark Henry. It was just pretty much to build up more of this Lana against Summer Rae crap. I mean, I was never into this Summer Rae and Lana crap for a start of, and the fact that they're still doing it a month later just pains me in the ass. I mean, it's so dreadful to watch. And the painful thing is, I see people on Twitter really liking it. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you see in this? I mean, what do you actually genuinely see in this feud? It's not even a feud. Where are they going? Surely they're not going to have a match at SummerSlam. I mean, fucking hell. This feud has been going on for far too long, and the only thing they do is catfight, and we just never see anything new. Week by week, it's the same thing. Summer Rae dressed up as Lana. And at the end of the day, after this feud's finished, what's Lana going to do? What's Summer Rae going to do? They don't have much of a future after they've done this. I mean, it just makes no sense. They're giving it way too much TV time for hardly any of an end product. Are they even going to fight at SummerSlam? Can Lana even wrestle? I don't know. It just feels like they're giving way too much TV time to these two, and they're just not giving a lot back. And I don't see what they're trying to do here. They could be doing a lot more with Rusev. But seriously, the accolade by Summer Rae looked great, but I'm just hating on this feud so much. It just doesn't make sense. It's just go away. It's annoying as hell. But the most frustrating thing is I see people actually enjoying it. Like, really? Is that what wrestling has come to now? Anyway, we then had Neville against King Barrett, which really wasn't Neville against King Barrett because it lasted about 5 seconds. It was all about Amel and Stardust, and this bit was actually really good. I mean, it's been building up for weeks. I've wanted to see what it is. Stardust pushes Amel in the face. He jumps over the barricade, takes down Stardust, and they start brawling. The next thing we know, Amel and Neville have got a match against Barrett and Stardust at SummerSlam. Great. This was great. I can't wait for this match. I think it'll be really good. It'll be interesting to see what Amel does at SummerSlam. What the hell's going to happen? It's a great way to get him on the card. I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited the fact that King Barrett and Neville are in this match too, but I think they've sort of got to do that because they can't have Amel in a singles match. I mean, he's got to have somebody carry the match for him, but King Barrett in there doesn't make any sense, and neither does Neville, really. So, I don't know. But it's cool that they've got Amel on the pay-per-view, and I think this whole Stardust and Amel thing is actually pretty cool. It's a bit unique. It's a bit different to everything else. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of problems with it. I mean, the segment was cool, but how many times have we seen Neville against King Barrett? And actually, the Amel segment with Triple H was pretty cool as well. Okay, so we would then have the main event. Wow, we didn't have a lot of matches tonight. Seth Rollins against Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A good match, yeah, a really, really good match. Not as good as the triple threat match, but yeah, a good match. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. But the problem I had with it was that it was Randy Orton. I mean, we've already seen Orton against Seth Rollins at least twice this year already at WrestleMania in a very high key match. So you could say it's cool that we get this on Monday Night Raw for free, but we've already seen these guys have like a big feud already, and we're already exhausted from seeing Orton against Rollins. I mean, how good would have been Cesaro against Rollins or Owens against Rollins? The crowd would have absolutely popped. We would have been able to believe that maybe Cesaro would have won, and they could have done the exact same finish with Cesaro. So instead of having Orton in the match, you had Cesaro, and Kevin Owens cost Cesaro the WWE title. They could quite easily have done that. Now, maybe they had Orton in this match because they feel like they need to have Sheamus and Orton on the SummerSlam card because they need to start filling up the card quickly because they don't have any other matches to go on. And they feel like Owens and Cesaro is already built enough. But really, Orton against Rollins, Randy Orton. Seriously, nobody wanted to see this match. Nobody believed that Orton was going to pin Rollins for the title. It was cool that they teased the Sheamus cash-in. Sheamus cashing in here really would have stirred things up. I think that would have been pretty cool. But Sheamus is nowhere near ready to cash in that title. I mean, he has no momentum at the moment. I mean, he only just recently lost to Orton. I mean, if they do Orton against Sheamus at SummerSlam, Sheamus has got to go over because he is seriously lacking any kind of momentum at this point. But at the end of the day, the match was good. This kind of RKO out of nowhere at the end, predictable as hell. I mean, I remember when the RKO out of nowhere was special, but he does it every single frigging week now. And we already saw 2 RKOs at this earlier in the show. And it's annoying when Michael Cole's like, RKO out of nowhere. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously? But anyway, yeah, it just felt like we'd been there and done it before. And we've done it on 2 pay-per-views this year already, Orton against Rollins. So it was nothing special. And in the back of everybody's minds, we would much rather have seen Cesaro in this match than Randy Orton, but it served a purpose. They managed to make us forget that Cena wasn't on the show, the fact that Brock wasn't on the show. We didn't miss them too much tonight. It was a good show. The fact that you had Bryan there made up the numbers, a good triple threat match, an okay main event. Ambrose against Harper was good. Rollins had a good segment at the start of the show. I mean, you didn't miss John Cena too much tonight, and the fact that we had a World Heavyweight Championship main event made up the fact that we lacked a few big stars. But at the end of the day, it was a decent Monday Night Raw. I think if you look at the Monday Night Raws we've had this year, this is a pretty good Monday Night Raw in comparison. What did you guys think? I really hope I can sort this live stream fiasco out for the next time I ever do a live stream, because if they don't sort it out, I'll probably never, ever do one again, because fucking hell, they change everything. Whenever something's going right, they freaking change it. Why would they need to change it? There was nothing wrong with the previous live stream. 17 likes. Cheers, guys. Says be part of the conversation. Is there like a comment section somewhere? Am I missing something here? Nope. I don't know where the comment section is. Great. Oh, why did they change everything? It is so annoying. Anyway, yeah, that is my opinion on Monday Night Raw. Oh, some of you responded. Anyway, yeah, that's my review for Monday Night Raw. I thought it. If I'm going to give it a rating, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't the best Monday Night Raw, but geez, the fact that we didn't have a John Cena, we didn't have a Brock Lesnar, we didn't have an Undertaker. It was a good bloody Monday Night Raw. I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't too bad. SummerSlam's looking like it's going to be a good show, and it's 4 hours as well. Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't it? But yeah, yeah. Thanks for liking my Raw preview as well. I think that's got almost 150 likes, which is just quite a lot, isn't it? 145 likes, and it's stuck on 1.4K in a few hours. Pretty good. I did pretty well. But anyway, thanks for coming, guys. I mean, I've got to sort out this live stream shit. I mean, I don't know if like the update is in progress for YouTube. It says it's a beta, but come on. It doesn't let you do a Google Hangouts. I had to do this Google Hangouts through the Google Hangouts thing, and usually you can set it up through YouTube where you can get a live chat and all that stuff. The live chat doesn't seem to be working. You guys seem to be confused. The viewers have been down. I don't know what's up. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Spike your hair.